appointment, 1 sniper for Core7. And TeamKones starts an EU with Savakon, Voicelo, Paralyzed, Kreese, and Bayefendi. Core7, NRF, Kisa, Guess Who, Cappuciano, Don Silvios, and Ryukin. Here we are in. We have our overlays all set. We see an M4A1 graffiti for Ryukin. We saw Dicky using it. Yes, Dicky's also not here. Did they make more subs? I'm confused. I saw Dicky yesterday. I don't think Savakon was playing either yesterday. I think Savakon and Voicelo came in for Dicky and Alam. So that's an interesting bit. They've brought in another scope who's playing with a PGM. It's a very interesting pick, given that there's a red ticket for Ryan, of course, of this PGM. They have already been queuing up over at 2 side. Fendi gets hit through that smoke. Pretty still there to push in, but the push gets stopped straight. Iskisa playing with an AMD 65 EVA. Well, maybe we shouldn't look at that. We should rather look at Paralyzed. Voicelo is applying pressure from the other angle. It's a good shot from him. Guess who's still standing? Paralyzed meanwhile rotates. Don Silvios will walk right into Voicelo and gets that kill onto him. Yeah, now Paralyzed. He's still gonna go for it. Gets hit a little bit. Misses his first shot, but will hit the second. And immediately jumps over the base. So be it 4K for him if he rounds it off. Guess who's against him. But yeah, Guess who's just gonna wait. He knows with the M19 he can wall bang a little bit. So can the M40, by the way. But he has a slight upper hand. Paralyzed at some point should just hide and reload. Because with 1 bullet you might not make it. Voicelo seems to be having too high of a ping. So we will need to reset that. There is some political play coming into place, even though we have only just getting started. Paralyzed is now going to move up. Guess who holds a good angle here? Yeah, Paralyzed is not going to risk it. He's going to go for the bomb plan. Guess who hears that? He's going to run up straight away. Yeah, Paralyzed now knows where to look, and he gets a shot. Guess who not making it too hard for Paralyzed. And with a 4K and the next 9 even, he rounds off the first round. That's 4 kills for him. Round 1, TeamKones. Let's keep our eyes on Guess Who as he's watching the mid. Now, Voicelo's ping still isn't going down. According to ping rules, he should be leaving. He's just staying in the base. That's of course not how it's supposed to be. Ping's still going up, so he should leave. 15 seconds, meanwhile, half past. So, yeah, he obviously is not aware of the rules. Both teams are waiting for an action, but yeah, this is not how it's supposed to be. I mean, we can make a call easily in the chat, but I don't think, well, teams should be aware of the rules. Well, it just keeps on rising for a very long period of time, so this is definitely not a report. That's all too evident. Meanwhile, Bayefendi moves up. Ping's meanwhile gone far over 1,000. It's a huge lag spike for Voicelo. As we see Bayefendi make a kill, but with there's Guess Who already coming in. Paralyzed has to get this track. Gets Kisa. Here's the call. Misses the shot though. Has pistol out. Gets the pistol kill actually onto Guess Who as soon as he switched over. And Silvios meanwhile trying to come in. Eyes on Silvios. He's already gotten 3 kills this round with 4 of last. And Savakon will round this off. But yeah, Voicelo's ping is not going down. And I think we know all Core7 too well. And they're not gonna leave this unchallenged. Now ping's finally going down. Now Voicelo has left. So they finally do that. But I assume that they have a sub coming in, which is why they stalled it a little bit. A slow start for now. Yeah, this round will either be played very, very slowly, waiting for a sub to come in, or they will just call it that round afterwards if they don't have enough time in the end. So still waiting in the mid. Let's move over to Savicon. He's got the first opportunity to make a pick here over at 2 side. One player has fallen in the meantime. That is Bayfendi. Ciano finds Paralyzed. Playing a little bit too aggressive there, and Savicon taking his time. Trying to go for the absolute pixel. Try and get the shot onto Cappuciano. Yeah, this round is lost for them. Should just save time and allow for their 5th to join in. Savicon tries to clear the PGM there. Kree's under pressure by Kisa. Nade coming in. Savicon will now be pressured. He won't have enough bullets to hold the players off. They are retreating. Really hold on to that. Reload not coming in. Yeah, players have been pushed back. They might even go for a quick rotate, but with Kisa already being in mid, Cappuciano still holding that one side. It won't be too much of an issue for them. But Cappuciano has to stop the push here. Savicon meanwhile finds Kisa in mid. Round still not done yet. Krees is gonna rush in. Yeah, Cappuciano will hear that. Krees playing close. Leaving that bomb, and Don Silvius immediately shuts him down. 30 seconds left. Meanwhile, Boy Slow has rejoined. I think he just reloaded the game. Savicon finds the second on Don Silvius. Trying to go for it, but Cappuciano wins that fight. A slow round. After that, is Core7 to secure it. Let's see if Boy Slow's internet seems to be fixed. It is going up only ever too slowly, so his internet issue seems to be fixed, so that's all good. He's been thrown away by Krees. He's actually just gonna... I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna go for the bomb pickup again. He's now gonna move over to 1. So the strategy will be for TeamKones to go over to 1. So we've seen a rather slow start of this first map. The loser bracket finals. Essentially semi-finals, obviously. Flash coming in. But slowly walks away, almost nonchalant as he gets Krees. Oh! Oh my god. What was that? Why did Kisa pre-fire? That made no sense. You just team kill your buddy over here. That was not very clever. He does push out and get another kill, so eventually being in a 4v2, it may not matter too much for Core7, but these kind of mistakes, you've got to watch out with that, because if you're in the heat of the moment, and you lose a player with that, and then lose a round, you're going to be pretty salty at the end. Let's check Paralyzed. Hadn't been able to make impact last round. 4 kills round 1, 3 kills round 2. He's hungry for more. We'll check all of his corners. Also, he playing with a regular M40, not with the last team standing. Only player that has actually thought of that would have been Sean for this cup at least. Well, to be fair, it's actually the first 5on5 Demolition Cup that weapon has been allowed. Same goes for the MK18 Stellish C, the Graffiti. We've got some other guns. The SG Platinum. And K14, XM 2010 Cyberpunk, quite a few guns actually, because we haven't seen a Demolition Cup in a while. I think the last one was back in July, to see Paralyzed missing a shot. Let's go to Ryuken, finds Cappuciano too. It's not over yet as it's a 2v2. Paralyzed on UV, misses a shot, Kisa shuts him down. Guess who will just run through the smoke and find Savicon. Well played by him. Eventually 3k, 4 if you count the TK with that for Kisa. He secured that round safely. Core7 is back, 2-all. There's 2 rounds remain. Rios is alone waiting on the stairs. Kisa's playing in a very interesting spot. I mean, look at that. If the player would peek out, Kisa will just get picked off. And that is... yeah, now he's going to walk up a little bit further. This is a much better position to get a good angle on Don Silvios. Sideway, Boy Slow comes in, finds a kill, not even being damaged. His Bayfendi keeps on spraying, but there's Kisa with the backup. Has to find a kill. Pistols out. And now Don Silvios comes in again to give him backup, so this should relieve Kisa, and indeed Kisa has the opportunity to reload. And Savicon now shuts down Don Silvios, but the damage has been dealt. But that flash grenade is going to give it all away. Bayfendi now retreats, but damage has been dealt. It's a 2v3 situation. And walks in, guess who gets the kill? Now Bayfendi all alone, low HP. Gets a... he only fired 1 bullet for that kill. onto guess who. He kind of runs into a wall there. Cappuciano finds him. 3 rounds straight for Core7 now, without ping issues being resolved. Meanwhile, moving up, this might be a more quicker goal over at 2 side. Look at that, Savicon just running like a maniac as he peeks out here. They're not gonna let any time waste. They're gonna go for a full 2 push. They're waiting. Oh, Cappuciano with that beautiful headshot, immediately shutting down Savicon. That's a huge way to start for Core7. Guess who now shuts down Paralyzed? Both snipers are gone. Now they just have to hold off. No player of theirs has been shut down yet. Ryukin on the binos, but he gets that nade kill onto Voislo and finds Kreese along with it. Bombs down. It's all on Bayfeni. He walked away. We'll meet up a player in the mid. Finds Don Silvius fairly easy. Guess who's full? Ryukin full, Kisa full. So fight the 3 full HP players who've got the bomb on lockdown. I know where Bayfeni is. Should go for a grenade on the base, honestly. Obviously doesn't know that he will get Kisa with that. But now Kisa should already walk away from that. Saw that nade coming in. Should have thrown that before. Now guess who finds the kill. Well played in the end by Core7. After losing the first 2 rounds, I take rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're in the lead as we go in with the side change. Remember, this is TeamKones their map. They should not be willing to lose this. Can you see the team play sort of changing after the subs coming in? Yeah, we now have Voislo and we have Savicon. Savicon 4 and 5 doing fairly well. Kreese hasn't been able to have much impact either, but yeah, Voislo half and 3 currently, as we before had Offwire, who was carrying quite significantly, and Dicky kind of filling up the spot that Savicon has now. So essentially at this point they are a player down, but we have seen Voislo play much better. Not only for Team France, but also for the French national team in past Nations Challenge, which was held back in December of last year and January of this year. So we know he can do more with that AK-47, and most notably, the only game where he managed to go huge, when he dropped the 20 bomb, that is Black Set. And if we go through the 3rd and final map, we'll see that. Meanwhile, Mayhem starting over at 1 side as a lot of picks are being made, and Paralyzed finds himself in a 1v3, but he will go for the wallbangs. He listens carefully. Tries to go with a lot of no-scopes. Will fire 3 bullets, all unheard. None of them register. Switches to M19. A bit of lag coming in as reload took a little bit longer than it should have. Let's come in, meanwhile. This is a shot. He misses a second on Guess Who. Guess Who will find that kill. 5 rounds straight now for Core7. And starting to look like they've got this in the bag. TeamKones will have to step up their games if they want to win it. To be fair, at this point, they're missing a bit of pushing power. Voislo is a very strong rifler, but sort of a backup rifle. He doesn't really go for those entry frags and go huge with them, as meanwhile Cappuciano shuts down Savicon with a nade. Yeah, this is a common nade spot, guys. You should know about that. It will cost him dearly. So now Guess Who has to watch out for that grenade, only just evading it. This main push is happening over at 1 side. So starts spraying with that AK line. This is him in his element. He likes to play over here at 1 side on defense. Let's see how many kills he can get with that. We see Core7 already changing their attention. We saw them doing fakes and fakes and fakes all over again in that final round yesterday, the loser bracket semi-finals. I heard that one Pro 4 Noobs mentioned a total of 4 fakes being executed by Core7 before making that move, and Bayfeni doesn't even watch Kisa as he gets the 2k frag. Now side is open, picks up the scope. Oh, but Kreese is 1 HP, and Kisa knows this. He heard this from his teammates. He assumes Kreese is there, but Kreese already moved over. It's a good move from him. He will now spot the bomb. Does he know? Oh, he spots the bomb. Yeah, he spotted it. Now he's gonna hide. And now Kisa is in a much tougher position. Kreese just gonna wait for that noise. Now here's the noise. He knows where Kisa is. He's gonna peek Kisa. Hits him a little bit. Kisa knows he has time to set. He's gonna bring the bomb down. Kreese won't really have the time to walk in for it. Kisa's watching the wrong angle. So is gonna move out. He's gonna walk back, which is the right angle. Where's Kreese? Kreese still waiting. He's most likely going to make noise as he walks in. Kisa playing behind the box, a very careful spot. But if Kreese were able to come from the garden, it would have been shut down straight away. He will get the kill now. Well played by Kisa, playing it very slowly. But then again, Kreese should have played a little bit aggressive there, should have played a little bit closer. And as soon as the bomb had been picked up, should have come in with the pre-fire. Could have caught Kisa off guard with that. Doesn't do that. And yeah, with the 1 HP already had, he had to go huge or he had to go home. He doesn't intend to go huge. I will indeed go home. 6 rounds straight for Core7 now, so just need one more to close it off in the first map. The kill increase has been found as Kisa just walks in. Voicelow there defending it. And Voicelow gets some kills, only gets one. Side again, been taken. Fendi shut down. 2 players left. It's a 2v4 situation, and Savicon is just gonna move over to help Paralyze as he gets the wallbang kill on Cappuciano. Now this is huge. They're just gonna go for wallbangs, not allowing them to set the bomb, but now the bomb has been set. And now they have to go on to retake. Kisa finds a third on Savicon. Paralyzed them with the jumping shots, but will not matter. Kisa finds his 4th of the round. 14-4 for him, and guess who? And a fairly easy victory for Core7, which was really not expected after we've seen the first couple of rounds. But it looks like the subs haven't fully been able to bring what they've got. I think the choice for Savicon to play with a regular PGM was not a good idea. And yeah, Voicelow so far unable to step up, but he will most likely perform better later on if we go to the 3rd and final map. Meanwhile, I'll just update the in-game dots for you guys as well, so we are clear with those. So there we have Airplane. This will be the 2nd map as mentioned, but this is the map that Core7 did pick. And now the scopes have changed. Savcon's actually going to play as appointment with Fendi being the 2nd sniper on the team, but then again the setup is fairly odd as well for the guys from TeamKones, because Fendi, main sniper by far, can rifle as well, but is best as a sniper. Paralyze, same goes for him. He can rifle, but he's by far the best as a sniper. Same also going for Savicon. You never see him rifle. He's now going to pick up the appointment. Be interested to see how he performs with that, but usually is a sniper as well. And yeah, Kreese has always been appointment as Iceman as well, which was his previous name. So he's playing in his normal role, and Voicelow playing in his normal role as a rifle. If you look at the other team, Kisa is rifle, Ryukin rifle, Cappuciano rifle, Don Silvio's appointment, and guess who? Can rifle, but mostly takes up the role as a scope in this team, so they are more adjusted to each other. If we look at the lineup for TeamKones, if we look at the lineup they had yesterday, with Voicelow and Savicon being moved for Alem and Dicky, those players are both rifles, and they're able to show up as rifles too. So that is why that team functions a lot better than what we see currently, even though the individual effects of these players must not gotten a notice for, don't get me wrong. Meanwhile, we loaded into game number 2. This is Airplane, and remember, if Core7 wins their own map, they move on to the Grand Finals versus Kashmir. It seems like my prayers have been heard. Fendi has that M40A5, last team standing with him, although he should play with the M40 here. With DSR on long range. See Paralyze making a nade kill to Ryukin. It's a 2nd onto Kisa. One push has almost been shut down already. So now guess who finally finds a kill onto him? And immediately trades on Don Silvios. Let's go for a wallbang. Savcon meanwhile falls, but look at that, Kreese already behind. So he finds him. He misses a shot. He will not get taken down still. Brave efforts. This is now a 1v2. But he knows where both of the players are, and that could work in his favor. He's indeed gonna go for a rotate. He's gonna fake it. Voicelo will just be jumping there. He saw Voicelo jump away. Did Voicelo spot him? He's gonna wait for Voicelo to move up. If Voicelo makes a mistake here, he might give the round away. But he's just gonna try and bait out Guess Who. Almost did so. Guess Who waits patiently. Again, Voicelo gets the kill. Well played by him, not making a single mistake. By rounding off this round for them. TeamKones takes round 1. Center left side map of Airplay. Silva is expecting a push here on the double doors. Double doors not being contested as high up as most teams would do with appointment. They instead push up with Paralyzed low in front of the second double doors. As Savicons here with that striker 12 over at 2 side. He's getting back up from crease, so this is a solid 2-side setup. But leaving 2 scopes over at 1 side, it's a very unconventional setup. And with Paralyzed playing so close up, Bayefendi just has a role of nothing there. You should have a rifle or appointment accompany Paralyzed, so that if he gets put under pressure, appointment can give him backup. Because at this point, he's pretty much a sitting duck. So we see Voicelo move in. Bayefendi should just move over to the mid. Take that M40 last team standing and hold that up. Voicelo switches over to 1 side. It'd be a much better decision. So now see the wallbang. Prevent someone in the van, and Guess Who is that? See, shuts down Voicelo. Got the upper hand in this round as Savcon wants to go in for the rotate. And he gets the kill on Guess Who. Savcon's actually just gonna ramble up as he gets killed by Capiciano. Capiciano now having the ping issues, but this is going down much quicker. Honestly, this looks more like a report than before, although I don't think TeamKones would be tempted to do so. Fires come out. Capiciano also finds crease. It's all on Bayefendi, and Kisa will just do that. Picks up. Oh, he has actually switched to the sniper class. Realized that they do need an extra scope in order to win these rounds. Quite early on that they made that decision. Now we see Savgon moving over to 1 side. Bayefendi is still there. Heavily defended over at 1 side. Yeah, there's just no reason to do this. But Savicon is in such a good position, but either Paralyzed or Bayefendi is just being completely useless at this point. Should rotate. For if Core7 would decide to push 2 side right now, they would just lose straight away. Yeah, now Savicon calls out. They know he's here. They're gonna try and wallbang him. So he has to go to the tunnel. Well decided by him. Doesn't actually have that extra magazine in his striker. So only has 10 bullets left to work with. It's Paralyzed fine Don Silvius. It's not trying to jump up. Yep. Let's give us a good look on this setup. I mean, look at that. Bayefendi is here, but he's watching the same angle as Paralyzed. As Paralyzed is watching it from a different way. And there's also Savicon. So you have 3 players watching the same angle. As Guess Who, at this point, is just pretty much playing bait. Although Ryukin has moved over, so it looks like they kind of want to go to a 1 side. But if Kisa finds a frac air at 2 side, they're going to win the round easily. He's taking a lot of risk there, pre-firing. That's an M4? It's an M4. As an M4. MK3! Okay, that's not the gun I expected. And we know the MK4 is a bit better. Of course, crosshair and the aim behaves a little bit differently, but you should use a red ticket variant of a Bronx, the 2014 Chrome, or the Graffiti has been recently released. Cracks are being made. Capiciano just holds on, but look at that. Paralyzed is just going to move in. Oh, Paralyzed actually missing his shots. And Capiciano, here's some silent bullets flying next to him. I don't think we've heard many bullets that Paralyzed fight for now. Voicelo has the lags again. It's now going down again. So it is all fine. Voicelo under pressure, tries to pre-fire. Capiciano then finds Paralyzed. That's a huge kill for them. Finds a second headshot onto Voicelo. And that is massive. Can he even find a third? He does! Capiciano stepping up seriously for his team. Securing round 3 for Core7, but we have a lot of chats coming in now. So it is hard to say. But yeah, with ping... In the previous match, it was easy to say. I mean, the ping stayed up so long, can't be reporting. But now, two players having a similar effect, you know, it could be. You never know. It's at least more likely for it to happen so. But still, the setup remains the same for TeamKones. Savicon now falls. Paralyzed. Yeah, he's now here with the pistol, but with his backup fallen, BFND is just not able to do anything here. Playing in a terrible position. He doesn't realize it after 4 rounds been played now. He was in no position to give backup to Paralyzed as soon as he had to reload. And yeah, Paralyzed falls there. Now the rotate has come in. Priest plays close, does that well. BFND should have some balls now. Trying to switch over to the window. From the window as the wall to be moved, but there's Guess Who already rotating. I think they have figured out by now that all players are at one side. Yeah, now they know with BFND being there. Yeah, Guess Who already on side. BFND now comes in with the rotate as he sees the smoke come in. He's not even watching the room there. He's not expecting anyone to be up there. He's very careless to watch all these angles. And yeah, Kreese now coming in from behind. He sees Guess Who, makes a really good decision not to shoot at him, because that could lose him the round. They've heard him by now. They haven't yet. Now they have. Just gonna walk up onto Guess Who's aim. Doesn't even hit him. Yeah, look at that. Guess Who, 8 into Cappuciano, 7.5 in 1. These great efforts of last round. And Core7 already having more than the minimum amount of rounds here in Airplane. So they just took 3 in a row. They've got 2 more to play with. So they're being put in a very nice position. Mainly due to defense at 1 just being pointless and heavily overcrowded. Why do they keep doing this? I mean, Paralyzed and Savicon, they play it alright, but at this point it's even more worth it, because Savicon is not giving Paralyzed backup, and neither is BFND. And now Voiceflow is going to move over too, and 2 side, again open, Cappuciano can just go in with the rotate. Defense from TeamKones is just disastrous at this point, as Kisa finds another kill. Voiceflow is already up. He now finally gets Kisa down. 3v2 has to go in, but Cappuciano finds him. They have spotted Savicon, and Guess Who will just take his time. I think Savicon even picked up the sniper there. Guess Who is just gonna go in with a little pistol. Savicon knows he's not gonna get this. 4-1, 4 rounds in a row for Core7, and I really hope that TeamKones is gonna change their defensive setup, because this is not good. And they sorta are. I mean, Savicon picked up... They're now playing 3 snipers. I mean, Savicon plays okay. Voiceflow is in a good position. 2 side defense is alright, but why do you have 2 snipers watching the same angle at 1 side? That's just... It's just not clever. I mean, Paralyzed has been doing well there. That's why he's 8 and 5, but BFND... Even though he's second frag, he hasn't been of any impact here. Now Guess Who tries to find the middle. Voiceflow comes in with shots as Savicon finds him as he fake peeks. Kisa still fights back as he shuts down Kreese, but there's still Savicon as he knocks out Kisa too. Paralyzed meanwhile rotated over to 2 side. Yeah, now the defense over at 1 is fine. Paralyzed missed that shot, a little bit awkward. Will connect on the second, and finally a round coming in for TeamKones, but it needed a lot of opening frags to be made. Actually, I think all but 1 kill last round was made by the snipers, so they heavily rely on those. That might not be the best idea. Let's see how they're gonna work with it, as they are on the EU side. Voiceflow throwing the grenade. Good nade spot, but nobody really is there. Savicon already finds Cappuciano. Huge lag coming in there. Must have been the server. I think everyone had that. Voiceflow waits a little bit here, then gets surprised by Kisa. Immediately traded off. Ryukin in the meantime has also been lit up. Even though it's still a 3v3. But guess who will have to hold off defense now? It's Paralyzed, yeah. He's just gonna walk into Paralyzed Zane. Now 2 side is open. But they've left one behind. This is not good. Let's go to Savicon. Now found both of the players. At this point, Paralyzed should rotate for dear life. Or, well, maybe not Paralyzed, but what is Bay Effendi doing? I mean, nobody has bomb. And it's just because Paralyzed rounds up here that they win the round, but I don't know what Bay Effendi has been doing, but his mind play, his team play has really been lacking at this point, and he seems to be the weakest link, even though he's second on the team board. He's just not giving the backup that you should need. Let's not trash talk him too much. I think we've done that enough by now. Still 3 to 4 in scoreline. But with the scopes now finally being able to make the picks, Savicon stepping up as a scope. His Paralyzed already been doing well. Nate's coming out. Don Silvio slowly waiting here as he tries to find Savicon. He knows there's someone in there, and Savicon finds the kill. Immediately jumps in and walks right into Kisa's aim. But there's Voicelaw coming in from the mid. Well played by him. And it looks like Core7 kind of left the middle open. Bay Effendi finds that headshot. Well aimed by him. And now it's 4-all. We thought Core7 was just going to walk away with that win after they were up 4-1 in the boards. But with it now being 4-all, we have a close match at our hands. It's definitely not over yet. Let's take a look at the players. But yeah, still 3 snipers for TeamKones. They should really kick one down. And my call for that would be for Bay Effendi to pick up a rifle. Oh, look at that. Don Silvios finds Cariz with that grenade. As indeed very lucky. But it is something that you do need at times if you want to win your rounds. Smoke's coming out. And you know that Savicon is there. They're not going to risk it. Savicon just comes in with pre-fires, but look at that. Main action happening over at 1. Savicon just keeps on pre-firing. Gonna throw a flash. Trying to check his left. Just gonna wait here. He's gonna wait for anyone to peek, and as soon as he gets 1 kill, he will move out. But yeah, with Cappuciano finding Paralyzed, this should be all but done for. Won't connect on Cappuciano either. Now it's all up to Bay Effendi. Again, he's been playing very laid back. Leaving his team to pretty much do whatever they want. And now he's in a 1v5. See if he can prove us wrong by making a lot of kills. Move out. Somebody's gonna ram. Yeah, he won't even be allowed to. Don Silvios finds the last kill. A clean round for Core7. But TeamKones didn't seem to be too happy with that execute. I mean, remember last round they were saved by Voicelaw, who came in from mid, got 2 kills and opened up 1 side. But this time they had all players situated at 1, and it just didn't have any effect. They really need to step up with tactics, because those have not been on par with Core7. Though do remember, Core7 is of course a lot more time that they've played together. Much more familiar with each other, which gives them so an upper hand in this match. But yeah, Savicon has to get the kill on Kisa as he gets that double headshot kill. Plays out 2 players. Now Paralyzed knows there's a sniper at 2. I think Chris got tanked there in the process. Yeah, see, he jumped out. So playing with that M4. Smoke comes out. Kisa knows he's gonna be there. Just doesn't get the kill. But yeah, Kisa hasn't got much damage either. He's now gonna hunt him down. Sees the players left. But Chris... Ooh, he's someone jumped behind him. Kisa is in a master position now because nobody's gonna expect him here. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, but Kisa's gonna jump up. He's gonna try and go for a backstab, but this is being covered. And that would be covered by Kreese. Ah, but Kisa still gets the kill. Paralyzed finds a trade. Kisa is gonna move up. Bay Effendi finds him. It's now being too aggressive. But with Ryukin then shutting down Paralyzed, it's Bay Effendi in a 1v3. This round he hasn't been doing much wrong. But now he's facing a crossfire setup as he finds Ryukin. No peek coming in from the player on his left. If any knows there's someone on his left, but he misses it, gets the note. What? How does he get that clutch? Out of all the rounds that he's thrown away, he makes this happen. And he keeps his game alive in the second map. This is also up to Core7 though. They had a crossfire setup. They didn't go for it. Then, I don't even know how Bayfeni misses that first shot, gets so lucky with that no-scope headshot on the second, and yet the third person there is just a sitting duck. Great play by him, and he showed that if he needs to make a clutch, he can indeed step up, but this is so important for TeamKones carrying their way through, as they've been struggling so hard on defense, and now also struggling on the NRF side. And Core7 is just relying on their team play to try and close it out. Although it was Kisa getting 3 kills in the previous round. Ooh, Savicon finds Capasiano as he already tanked a shot from Paralyzed. Way too high there. Okay, he's peeking a lot. He's not really... He's just gonna jump to the side to get this kill. It's this shot, and yeah, now the one push gets shot down. That's all on Voislo. Even checking his behind, and Ryukin finds him. This round could have easily been won by TeamKones, but defense on one side was solid. 4 kills be made, 2 Don Silvios, 2 Kisa. That just was a roundup kill left. Core7 now at match point. They've got 2 rounds to close that off. And if they do, they defeat TeamKones 2-0 for moving on to the grand finals. So comes in with the finals. He's not going to walk away. If they actually close it off now, what is most interesting, they would have the exact same score developing as they won as Kashmir had yesterday. Kashmir yesterday won 7-5 on India and 7-2 on Canon. Core7 won 7-2 on India, and it's now at 6-5 match point here on Airplane. So that seems like we have a very good match to wait for afterwards. Although, to be fair, TeamKones was pretty much being tilted yesterday there at India. Weren't able to connect too much on the kills. A little bit frustrated by that. And yeah, at Canon, defense had been broken. Now gonna try and get on. A lot of work trying to get Guess Who, but Kisa's still there. Paralyzed waits. Voislo with that team kill on his teammate. Although he did shut down Kisa. No, I have no idea why he kept on pre-firing. Now Paralyzed. Ooh, he already knew that Capasiano was there, but he's still gonna allow Capasiano to shut down his teammate. It's now a 2v2. Paralyzed picks up the AK. Effendi's still there. I think both of the players are lit. Oh, Effendi! He missed a shot. Now finally connects. Yeah, Don Silvios is lit. But they will get this round with Paralyzed picking up the rifle. Good call by him, and we're going to a 13th and final round. If TeamKones wins this, they are still in. We move over to Blacksend. If not, Core7's gonna take it. If I were Core7, I wouldn't be too happy with Blacksend being the last map. I think this could be one of the better maps that TeamKones could have. We know that Savicon has been playing well. Voislo mainly has been an absolute beast on it. And Kreese, as appointment, can lead the charge there on many, many offenses. As they've been struggling so much with on Airplane. Nate's coming in. I want to go for a quick push. Paralyzed finds Capasiano. Haven't dropped in yet. But Paralyzed already on the side as he finds Don Silvios. A very aggressive play. Guess Who finds a return on Savicon. Kisa comes behind. Voislo is watching. If Voislo gets this kill, it's over. Gets the kill. This should be it. It's a 2v4. Guess Who has to go huge. Or Ryukin. I don't think that will happen. Paralyzed finds a kill on Ryukin. We are going to a 3rd and final map. Core7 unable to close it out in 2 rounds. And a 7-6 win is all TeamKones needs. We're going to Blacksend. I think the conclusion that we can draw from this map is that TeamKones just made it way too hard for themselves. If they had their defense in order, they would have won this 7-3, maybe 7-4. But their defense was just not on par. Only won 2 rounds on defense. but then are able to close it off on attack. Attack they did a little bit better, but it was mainly the serious amount of picks that they made, mainly started by Savicon and Paralyzed, sorry. But I think in the end, the thing that really clutched it out here was that 1v3 by Bayefendi. Great effort by him, some individual effort that he really needed to show. So he hasn't been playing too well throughout this evening. But that round that he won, in the end, seems to be a decider, and that's why they're still in. Wait, what do we have? Not sure what's going on with the halves. Yeah, indeed. At this point, Core7 didn't have the roles in order, but indeed, the side change does go to TeamKones, although it seems everything has been fine with it. We're gonna get started. We will see Core7 on the EU with Kisa, Gesu, Cappuciano, Don Silvios, and Ryukin. TeamKones looking to close it off with Savicon, Voicelo, Paralyzed, Kreese, and Bayefendi. Now I have the correct overlays. See 3 appointments coming out, and still the 4 scopes for TeamKones. I can't see this go well on defense on Blacksen. I just can't. I mean, you know that Core7 with 3 appointments is going to play extremely fat. Look at that. They're not even focusing on 1. They know that it's going to be a 2. Good anticipation, but yeah, this pushing power, there's just no way to withhold that, as Kreese takes in a good position, holding off and making some kills on T-side, but Ryukin already came in from vent. It's a 2v2. Very quick round as Voicelo comes around the back, has to get this kill onto Cappuciano. Will he connect? No, he can't get the kill. He might just throw it away with it, but Bayefendi's already watching it. Smoke comes out. Ooh, just walks away at the wrong moment. Yeah, now he's in a tough call. Both of the players are tagged up. Should pick up that rifle if I were him. At least given he's gotten the calls from his team. Don't think he got them. Let's walk in. That's Cappuciano. Just has to find Ryukin. Oh, he misses a shot. Pistol comes out and he can't get the kill. Ryukin finds it. They win the round.
Return to main base. Your efforts are commended.
Huh. Yeah, we have a lot of server lags coming in. As the Cappuciano's ping is now slowly fading down. Voicelo's ping actually stays stable, so there's no way that he has been reported. I'm starting to think that with TeamKones having to believe that Core7 is reporting them, they might do that back. Of course, that's hard to say. Just assumptions at this point. So we see smokes being thrown over at one side. They haven't been focusing whatsoever. Did Voicelo DC actually? Voicelo is not moving whatsoever. Oh, and a huge lag spike there, as we could see on the radar. But with that, one side has been completely left open. We're going to see a 5v5 retake. Boom goes down. Don Silvios finds the first kill. Trade off by Savicon. So there's a flash. Some Kreese fight. Cappuciano in the mid. Voicelo finds that kill as Kisa returns on Kreese. Elias moves in quick. Gets a kill on Kisa. This is guess who? Ryukin's still here. Guess who finds a second? There is Savicon. Now he just has to hide for Savicon. Savicon made a lot of noise. He's gonna walk in from the behind. Now gonna look back. Still finds the kill on guess who? Well played by him. And yet with all the smokes being used at the start of the round, there was smoke to work with at the end. That's going to allow them to make the retake. It's 1-0 on black side. So meanwhile leads the charge over at one side, but this is a fake. It's paralyzed. Did he get a collat? I think he got a collat. Yeah, he got a collat. Yeah, that's 2 push shot down, and this is most likely a round for TeamKones. How 1 bullet can change your life. Smoke comes out in mid. Someone finds 2 players as well. Look at that, very aggressively played, but again, what is BFND doing? He's watching the mid where Whistle is, and the only other angles that he can watch are being covered by his teammates. He's not being the team player tonight. So you see, guess who watching his back? But yeah, he's in a 1v5. He's just looking to deal some damage. See what can come out of it, but don't see him making this clutch, obviously. We'll walk into Crease. Here's some noise. As soon as he peeks a little bit too far. Oh, he spots Crease. It's a kill. Moves on. There's SavaCon. SavaCon playing very aggressive, but yeah, they can do so now as he finds a kill. So now has to hide. We're paralyzed. First coming in. Will not get the kill. It's paralyzed closing off. But that collateral kill he made at the start of the round, and then SavaCon following up with another 2k, is just enough for TeamKones to win it. Strong 2 push now coming in. Smoke's coming out. It's interesting to see though that the nade over at the right side of 2, which is, yeah, I don't have a T here, so I can't really show it. Where Don Silvius was just standing, that grenade is... Oh, what did Carice do? He just shot at his teammate. He's gonna allow Ryukin to make 2 frags before SavaCon finally gets him. So 3v2 in their favor. SavaCon has to peek out here and get the kill onto Capasiano, who finds him. Guess who just peeks out from the vent, completely catching SavaCon off guard, and now it's just waiting for BFND. Was able to close off 1v2 earlier. Well, he wasn't able, sorry. So he needs to do it now. He's already being pre-fired through a lot. Last round here he went to backstairs, so he knows he can't do that again. It's coming in. Just walks in carelessly, and that will not help at all. Capasiano finds that kill. Core7 brings it back to 2. They've got their minimum round set, and 2 rounds still to work with. How many more will they get? Meanwhile finds Don Silvios. He's been pushing up there a lot of times. It's surprising that it hasn't been countered with a nade yet as he finds Ryukin. We'll peek out again. He's playing very aggressive, hungry for so much more. Haven't seen players with their hunger unstilled in a very long time. Don't think there are a lot of players playing this carelessly. He thinks there's someone in the vent. Now looks away from it, finds Capasiano as he walks in, misses that no-scope, but will get the kill with pistol. Second time that he has already switched away to his knife before it looked like he had the kill, but good flick from him. And a 4k to close it off. Looks like TeamKones might still have the lead away with this round. They're gonna go for another hard push. As Paralyzed looks to hold him off. Yeah, that nade spot is now not coming in. If they had thrown the nade at the start of the round, I do think they would have caught Paralyzed with that as he retreated. And with that, yeah, you immediately have the best scope of the other team down. You shut them down fairly badly. Yeah, now Don Silvio's trying a bit of a clever setup over at the office. Office actually not being defended by anyone. Very strange setup. I mean, the way they are set up, they know everyone is at 2. And that makes no sense to call that so early. SavaCon's now going to walk in. He's not even checking his right. He's just going to walk into here. Misses the shot into Don Silvios. Paralyzed does find Ryukin. And now the rotate comes in. Does SavaCon hear this? He does. I was about to say, I can hear the players too. Let's guess who. Gonna look again. Rifle is still there. Rifle past him. Voicelo tries to hide for Kisa. It's a 3v4. Still all in favor for TeamKones. But with Voicelo being lit, that might not last very long. Grease finds Kisa. Ciano killing Voicelo. Sylvia's still up in vent. Yeah, with Savicon coming in from behind, I don't think that's anything that Cappuciano will be expecting. Although he does check his behind. Also, he's got to wait for it. They will meet each other very soon. Gets the kill on Savicon, and now he has to push. What's Don Silvio's doing? Has a fight with the other pointman. Gets the kill on Crease, and now Paralyzed got to do it. Shuts down the bomb carrier. And he knows where Don Silvio's is. Misses that first shot. Misses a second, a third, a fourth. How many more can you miss, Paralyzed? It's 1 HP. I think. Ooh, that fake peek again misses a shot. 5 shots being missed by Paralyzed, and that's how you throw around the way. Core7 evens up at 3-all. I think they've done very well on the EU side here. Been playing very aggressive. Only mistake that I see them make is not throwing the grenade, as you know where Paralyzed is going to be retreating. They should have thrown that nade, but that was pretty much the only mistake that they made. And look at that. The hole that they have on the generator is just massive. Well, he needs to get through it. Freeze is just going to walk in, just unable to find the kill. Cappuciano finds Savicon. It's a 1v2 for BFND again. Third time this match in 7 rounds that he's been in this situation. I think that's quite a telltale sign. He knows one player is lit. Gonna pick up that C4. He's gonna try and jump. Gets a kill on Don Silvio's. Hurt Cappuciano. Wait for Cappuciano to jump. Ooh, Cappuciano should not have jumped there. Shouldn't even dare. And yet, Fanny is now gonna go for the quick rotate. 7 being a little bit too aggressive here. So BFND is gonna watch his switches away at the wrong moment. I will still go for the bomb plant.
Charge set.
Siano moves up quick. BFND should have gone for the pick, but instead walks around. Might still be good. As the player will rock right into his aim. He's watching around the corner. Well played by BFND. Plays it careful and makes the 1v2 happen. Again, when he needs to make a clutch, he made it. And remember, when he made the clutch on Airplane, it was enough to win at 7v6, 7-6. Will it be enough this time? And then with smokes. Again, heavy defense over at the generator. Grenades coming in. Paralyzed actually with that team kill onto Voicelo. He's now most likely almost got naded out by Kisa. Grenade for him, but yeah, they know someone is on the left. Have the binos to give backup, and I think Kisa is just gonna peek out, get that kill. How did he not spot Crease with the binos? Slight mistake. Still does a lot of damage onto Crease. Yeah, at this point, Don Silvio should just play it careful and not apply too much pressure, because if he falls here, it's going to be a 2-push for sure. Well, let's take a look at Paralyzed. He has to walk over, playing very aggressive over here in the mid. I check his right. It's a shot. Guess who connects on Paralyzed? That's a lurker down. It's going to make it ever so hard for TeamKones to still close off round number 8. He's still waiting. Knows he has to get the frag on Don Silvio's if they still want to make anything work. He will not even do damage. Savicon does find Cappuciano, so one side is open. Though Ryukin already moved in. Finds guess who. There is Ryukin with that 2K from him. Snuck into that one side, completely catching both scopes off guard. And yeah, if you don't have scopes, this is good. Well, if you have too many scopes, I should rather say, my bad. This is gonna happen. 4-all. 5 rounds remain max. One of the team will have to win 3 of them. And yeah, with the nade kills also coming in onto Paralyzed, that is a huge grenade kill for Core7. At this point, Don Silvio should rotate and just leave this to Kisa. Kisa's full HP, and 2 players just applying too much pressure here onto the generator area. So wants to go out with binos. And very aggressive with them. Yeah, they're now focusing a little bit too much attention over the 2 sides, still expecting it to happen. And now Savicon is going to play that lurk position that we saw Paralyzed use last round. And also not hitting a shot. Switch his attention over to the office. Doesn't see anyone there. Oh, and Cappuciano meanwhile moved out over at one side. He's gonna get that kill. And now Bay Effendi will have to get at least 3 kills. They still want to save this round, but I think this is a round for Core7. It's a 5v2 for them. Skisa also found Kreese. Again, a clutch situation for Bay Effendi. 4th he has been in. One's been successful so far. That was a 1v2. And move out. But there is Don Silvers already. Defense holding on in the generator area. 5-4 lead now for Core7. Last map, they didn't have enough with 2 match points. If they win the next round, they're gonna have 3 match points, and that might just be enough for them. But I think they've done well enough. Yeah, now they're gonna see a full push over at one side. It's a good switch up coming out from TeamKones. If they win this round, it is all but lost. They now find Ryukin too. Kreese tries to go massive as guess who makes a return kill. BFND with appointment, shot down by Kisa. And wait, how many players fell there? Paralyzed is in a 1v3. How did this happen? Now Paralyzed shouldn't have used his pistol there. Will get flashed down, has no chance to survival. Should have just gone for the easy kill with his sniper, because I believe that was the only full HP player. And it would have been a lot easier then. Now Core7 at a triple match point. Winning 3 rounds in a row and doing it when it really does matter. Got out there for a second. Slow jumps up. Still waiting. More nades come out. A lot of free fires really coming in here as Don Silvers and Kisa still keep that defense in as Kisa finds the Voicelol through the smoke. I don't know why I said the Voicelol, but alright. Nate almost hitting Savcon, also almost hitting his teammate. But with more smokes, yeah, that's the advantage of being appointment. You've got 2 smoke grenades, so you can use them to full extent. But you shouldn't use all of them in the first 45 seconds either. Still, push has been halted. So Core7 has reached their first objective of this round. And now the second is coming in. As guess who shuts down Kreese. It's a 3v5. Savcon lurking for that pick. As guess who walks away. Savcon finds Don Silvius. Let's go to Savcon. BFND also finding Cappuciano. This round is not done yet. Savcon has to get this kill, but misses guess who. And now it's all on to BFND. A 1v3 to keep his team in. Otherwise, they will place 3rd in this cup. BFND will check his left. It's guess who. No damage being done, but will get stepped by Kisa. 7-4 is all it took in this final map. And Core7 moves on to the grand